Welcome to Section 1 practice set. This is where you will take all the information you've learned in chapters 2, 3, and 4 and combine them into one practice set. As you can see on my screen, I have already opened up the service file, and I haven't changed my name and I haven't changed my capital account, but that's one of the very first items that it has you do for this practice set. I want to spend just a few minutes giving you a little tips and tricks in order for you to be successful with this practice set. First of all, let's look at our list, chart of accounts. Let's talk about our chart of accounts for just a minute. So it looks like we have a checking account and it already has a balance. Now remember, the publisher went through and set up all of this account, so it already has some pre-existing transactions in it. Looks like we have some accounts receivable, which means we already have some customers set up. Office supplies and prepaid insurance. Remember, when we purchase office supplies, we code that to an asset, and specifically an other current asset, and prepaid insurance. And my guess is that we're going to purchase some prepaid insurance, and then when we go and do our adjusting entries, we will make adjustments for any prepaid insurance. Then it looks like we have some assets, accounts payable, meaning we owe money to someone. You'll have some depreciation adjustments in here. Remember, this is accumulated depreciation. We have some retained earnings, and remember, you're going to close those out to capital. We have draws, and we close those out to capital. And then we have all of our income, and we have all of our expense accounts. Okay, and I also want to go over our items list. So we have several different types of services, and it looks like they're all going to go to the service account on our profit and loss. So I'm going to pull up the profit and loss, and we have nothing. There are no transactions on our profit and loss. But when we do, all of it will go to a service account, and then we will have a list of all of our expenses. The other thing that I want to share with you, and I can't really show you on the screen, but I will tell you about it, is turn in your textbooks to page 277. When you get to page 277, it shows a copy of the bank statement. So as you move through this practice set, be sure that you are looking at your bank recs, and here's why. If you are going through and you are getting ready to make a deposit on, let's say for example, January 13th, and you look on the bank statement and that deposit is for $2,280. Now, if you're working through in QuickBooks and you get there and you only have $1,000 to deposit, you've obviously missed something and you need to go back between the 1st and the 13th and double check all those transactions. Let's say you have $3,280 to deposit on the 13th. Well, that means you have too much income and you have made a mistake somewhere. But if you have exactly $2,280, you're probably on the right track. Now, not all of the transactions you do are going to be on the bank statement because some of them haven't cleared yet, but this is definitely one of the ways that you can make sure you're kind of on the right track as you move through the chapter, and you will need to use this exact same process as you move through the rest of the book. It can be extremely helpful and keep you on track while you're working through all of these chapters. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call or email me. The other last announcement for this project is on page 278 and 279. It has a very large list of things that need to be printed. Anything that says optional does not need to be printed. And use these transmittals to your advantage too. Make sure you're working through them and printing as you go. Good luck and have a great day.